Hi guys, this is Oshi and this is gonna be our weekly well-being reading. If this is your first time here, then hello, welcome. Then these readings are here for us to work with something that would add to our mental health, to our general well-being. So these are tailored to that topic. And how I do them is I have an oracle card. We have Decision from the When My Soul Whispered Oracle deck as the main focus area. Ooh. So this week is going to be especially not just interesting, especially important to make decisions when you're thinking about how it affects you. And this might sound a bit, selfish. But I'm not saying just, only think about yourself when making decisions, but think about what actually is good for you when you make one. For example, it's summer here and I left the window open, so hopefully dogs and everything is not too loud. It's ice cream time for us in the summer here. But you have to think through that, is it good for you if you eat the ice cream or if you eat as many ice creams as you eat? Completely talking about, not experience. Or if it's actually, bad for your health. Because it's important for us to know how certain things affect us. Even if, on paper it's something that wouldn't have a big deal, it wouldn't be a big deal for other people or in general. For example, eating ice cream, it could be something that just you just enjoy and it has no negative effect on you or on your body. But as a personal experience, again, because that's the easiest way to explain, I know how sugar affects my system. It F's it up, I become tired, my depression plummets, so it has all sorts of negative feelings. Do I struggle with, cutting it out? Yes, but this week it's going to be especially important to make those decisions that you know that it's hard, but you know that it's right. So pretty much a lover's kind of feeling, if you know what I mean by that. And let's get to the card for, we have jumpy cards these days, for what to do to help this and what not to do, because that would block our efforts. And I'm using tarot for this one. I will post the spread down below if you want to look it up and you want to use it. I will post the updated one soon. I just didn't have time to do it yet. And I'm using the tarot of the Little Prince today because I absolutely adore this deck. Okay, so we have for the Six of Swords, which is perfect in a way. I mean, I love when synchronicity happens, because the Six of Swords is that card that talks about leaving behind something that's no longer working for you, but it's not easy to start the journey. So the Six of Swords highlights that moment where you make the decision to move away from that not bad place, because that sounds weird, but that place that is not the best for you. And usually on the original art, which I don't have it around here, there is a ship with the Six Swords in it, signifying that even when we start this journey finally, we still carry on our baggages with us. So it's not easy, not the easiest thing to do. And it doesn't mean that if you decide, for example, today that you're no longer gonna eat ice cream because you know it's bad for you, the road ahead or forward is important to, to start the journey, but it's not going to be just a straight line. You will experience setbacks, you won't move as fast as you want to because you have all the baggages. So, I mean, in this card you can kind of see that this figure, is trying to move forward, but there are all these swords in the way, so that makes the person and you slow down. But the important thing is to start the journey, to make that decision and try to, you know, keep up with it as long and as much as you can, and don't get discouraged when you decide something and then you do the complete opposite, because like I said, we're all learning and we're all just trying our best day by day, and sometimes we are, you know, not doing the best, but that's okay, until you can just, you know, go back to the original good plan the next day. And for the don't do is we got the moon, and that talks about fear. So don't give in to fear, because once we try to leave something behind, and you can see that this looks like a big animal on the moon, and it would be scary, but he's just playing it's shadow work and shadow play, not shadow work. So, you know, once we make those decisions, our subconscious will throw scenarios at us to think that we're better off with the known thing, that it's not the best for us, than the unknown, because, you know, our subconscious and our instincts are trying to say keep us safe, and there is safety in the known, but we are more than animals, and we are more than just, you know, instinctive beings. So we can move past these fears once we realize that those are just fears, and you know, they are not actual real danger. We are not in actual real danger. It's just, you know, our devil on the shoulder who's trying to keep slowing us down even more so. And let's see what's the underlying reason for all this. Why these decisions need to be made this week. Why do we have to start this journey? And I'm using the Oracle of the Mermaids. I keep wanting to say Messages of the Mermaids, that's a different deck. This was the one that I was edging in one of my, if not in my first live, I can't even remember, recently. And interestingly, there were so many jumpy cards previously, but this one is like, nope. So let's keep, we have freedom. So yes, definitely. I mean, it's what I said so far. If we can make that decision, if we can start the journey, we're gonna be free from something that's no longer working for us, and we can find more independence. And it says the determination underneath, and look at that, she's really cool. I mean, she's badass. So we can find our badass ways, but we have to choose ourselves. We have to choose those things that are actually good for us, not just something that is good on paper, you know. And that requires actually spending the time and getting to know yourself. And I want another one just for, let's see what energy is coming in this week. Oh, interesting and very good. We have the practical coming in because I pulled it this way. So practicality, practical steps. That's what is coming in with this one. So you will have actual chance, you know, these decisions won't necessarily be the big abstract ones, but these will be, like I said, something related to your physical body, your health, that sort of area, you know, practical decisions, practical steps. And I did it the last time, and I want to do it now as well. I'm gonna pull one card from the Sacred Creators Oracle just to find a color that we can anchor this reading with, because it can be easier to remember what we're supposed to. Obviously, you have the, you know, your own free will. You do whatever you want to do with this. But if you need help to remember what this reading was all about, you know, the choices you need to make, then it might be easy to connected to something, and I was thinking about color because we can choose a pen to use, or some accessory if we have that, or a stone, crystal. Come on, I just don't want it. Last week we had the lilac, so I'm quite curious if we would get any. Come on now, okay. Oh, interesting. Lead your metamorphosis, by the way. And this is, I don't know if how much it shows up on camera, but this is a sort of dusty, pinkish purple. I'm thinking about, I don't have my crystals with me, but I will try to add in the description which crystal this reminds me of, so maybe that will be a help of you. But anyway, look for something dusty, pinkish, purplish thing, or a butterfly, you know. Just find a butterfly, because I think most of us have a butterfly that could connect you to this reading. And you know, there's a butterfly ties nicely into the whole theme of this reading, and I'm very, very excited always sorry, when something is coming together so nicely, because I always feel like that really just, you know, emphasizes, let's say that was the word, the whole reading. But yeah, this is our weekly well-being reading. Hope this is helpful for you guys, and I hope, you know, your week is going to be filled with more happiness than last week. Let's go with that. See you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.